Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of that show that will not be named. I am your host Brider, to Game Prince, whatever you prefer. And today, it's my first day off in the last week. Got my schedule changed up, so now instead of working weekends, I have off on Monday and Tuesday. Which I'm kind of happy about because Saturday and Sunday were kind of, the weather was alright, but it wasn't fantastic. Now it's Monday, April something or other. And it's absolutely excellent outside. I can't see I'm in my chair. I got a pillow that I brought from inside. I got my shades, decent attire. And I got, what do you call it? Bottle of Crane Lake Merlot. It was about $5 and change, $5 85 cents. My local liquor store, which is honestly a pretty good deal for a bottle of that size. I'd say that's like as cheap as you're going to get over here in Jersey. But I think today would be less of like a review or less of a speech on anything, and more of just I don't know, like a casual conversation and casual talk. You know, if you guys aren't doing anything, allow me to entertain you for a few minutes. Basically, I just came out here. I love getting out on sunny days. I think it is crucial for the mentality of everyone to every opportunity you can to just relax, to take it easy, to chill out. Mainly because there's just way too much chaos that happens in day-to-day life, and I think you need to, every chance you can get. I mean, I'm not a fucking guru on this type of shit or anything like that. I just know, like, this is personally what I do. I'm never, my blood pressure, I'm like 25. My blood pressure's under control. As far as I know, I don't have any health issues. I never try to indulge in anything. The only thing that I think I've ever really indulged in that ever became an issue probably would be alcohol, but at the same time, if I know I'm getting too far on alcohol or I know it's becoming an issue, I won't have it for like a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or a whole year. I'll literally ban myself if I see it's becoming an actual issue, which I think it's important to keep that sort of, you have to keep tabs on yourself, I think is the main thing. As long as you keep tabs on yourself, you're able to recognize, okay, yeah, this is a problem, I should probably get on top of this. As long as you keep doing that and then you take the proper precautions, you'll never really have to worry about yourself, I don't think. And unless you have to worry about yourself, it's more time you could put forward towards, creative thinking, working on what you want to work on, working on what you want to do. I mean, me, for example, I don't have a car. I don't own my own house. I don't, there's a great many things I don't have to worry about, but at the same time, more and more I'm noticing responsibilities just kind of coming out of the woodwork. It's becoming more and more like more of a part of my day-to-day life. Getting more responsibilities thrust upon me, getting older and all that shit. But I think the most important thing is about taking it in stride and not letting it completely overwhelm you. Because the second you let it overwhelm you, it's just going to fuck you up. You're not going to sleep right. You're going to feel terrible all the time. And honestly, I think what it basically comes down to is relaxing. You need to learn to relax more. Whatever makes you truly happy. Don't go by, what makes me relax may not be what makes you relax. What makes you relax may not be what these, feel-good gurus on fucking Instagram and all this shit, what makes you relax may not be what makes them relax, So you might be following them and you're still feeling stressed or whatever, but it may not be for you. The main thing I think is about like finding your own way, finding what makes you feel good, and just doing that. Like me, getting out here every now and again. I don't mean to plug myself, but I'm a writer. Huge Hemingway fan. I'm trying to write. I have free time. I know I'm not doing anything. What do? Spend a day like Hemingway, man. Load up on booze and sit in the sun. And maybe something, will come about from that. Some creativity. And sometimes it does. Other times going on nature walks, But those are what works for me. maybe that's not what works for you. Maybe what works for you is go into the YMCA, and sitting in a sunning sauna or something like that. Maybe chilling out in the steam room, maybe smoking hookah with friends, maybe going to the movies by yourself. Nobody's the same. Everyone is different. Everyone's got their own things. And you just got to find what works for you and focus and dwell on that solely. Because at the end of the day, if you're not getting any sleep, the only person that's going to help you out is yourself. And yes, family's important. Yes, friends are important. Yes, love is important. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not making sure that you're okay, you're not taking the precautions to make sure at the end of the day your mental health is in order, your physical health is in order, you're just going to feel miserable. I think the main two things, at least for me, that it comes down to is sleep, which is why I always make sure to get 9 hours of sleep a night. Now, you'll have Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, like, he, back in the day, he only needed 6. Well, that's great. That's him. That's not you, So, I've realized that over a long period of time, I need a lot of sleep. I need at least 9, 10 hours. 9, 10 hours. I think the most I've ever slept in my life was like 12 hours. Because I require a lot of sleep. I sleep when I feel up, I don't feel groggy. I get up and I feel absolutely rejuvenated. But, within a few hours, hey, I'm ready to sleep again. But am I going to? If my body really wants me to, it basically just comes down to listening to your body, I think. Majorly just listening to your body. If you're tired, your body's going to tell you it's tired. Listen to it. Always listen to it. If you can't go to sleep, when you go home, crash. I mean, it's hard to dispense advice, I feel, because, philosophy gurus and all this shit could always tell you, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's just do this. It's that easy. But a lot of people aren't usually in position to do some of these things. Like, maybe you're at work all the time, or maybe you don't have the money to go out and do some of these things that some of these people suggest, and then you have to switch around your whole schedule, and then you need to buy into the books for these people that tell you how to live and how to be happy and how to do all this jazz. But honestly, what it basically comes down to is just you relaxing, you figuring out what makes you the most happy, and you focusing on that and nothing else. And I feel like the key to life, if you want to call it that, it's far more simple than most people make it out to be. I think it's way more, not sure how to explain it. It's there. It's like right in front of you. But I think we get so blinded by our schedules and our lack of sleep. Because that's what I think it really comes down to at the end of the day, is like our availability and our lack of sleep. Lack of sleep fucks you up. If you don't have sleep, you're going to be a mess. When I don't get sleep, I'm a fucking... Literally, I turn into a fucking Godzilla. I'm just an absolute wreck of a person without sleep. You need it. It's like probably one of the most important things ever. On top of that, obviously, being water and staying hydrated. But, number one thing, sleep. Because if you don't have sleep, that could kill you. It could just straight kill you. But, fucking woodpecker over here, man. But, yeah. It's really nice out today. That's why I figured. Ran over to the liquor store with my brother. He was nice. I'm actually broke right now. He bought me a bottle of wine, bottle of sake. So I'm just sitting down here now, vegetating, taking in the day. And of course I'm drunk, so, brain went, yo, good time to put out a video. Just talk about shit. Because you see, here's the thing with the channel. I try to be very, what's the word? I try to format it, right? Like all these YouTubers where it's like, okay, this is how you make a video. You do the intro, or you do the hook, you do the intro, and then you do your sponsor, and then you get into the video, and then you thank everyone and tell them to subscribe at the end. I don't have the time or the patience or even the sense to do all that shit. I don't like editing. I don't like any of that. This is meant to be a vlog, but not even like a vlog like, hey guys, this is my mission towards becoming a so-and-so. And that's only because I don't think I possess the insane drive. Like, do I want to be a writer? Yes, more than anything. Do I work at it every day? Yes. The thing is that as I'm working towards being a writer, I don't have the time that these other people have to sit down and document every fucking letter I send out, every single person, every agent I try to get. I don't have time to update my Instagram every day, because life gets in the way. You do other shit. I ain't got time to televise my entire fucking life online. That's why I apologize if I disappear on here for like fucking weeks, months at a time, because life just gets in the way. You got shit to do. I mean, I really like, right now, my two favorite YouTubers, I gotta say, have to be like Penguin Zero and Mudahar, or Some Ordinary Gamers, because these guys, I don't know what goes on in their personal lives, but I just figured it's so cool that they have the time to, like, literally just, like, they're putting out videos like every other day or whatever. And, kudos to them for being able to do that. But, like, to be totally honest, if I had COVID again and I was able to stay home from work, I'd probably be doing that, honestly. It's just that, I still got my job. I'm trying to move in with my girlfriend, trying to make enough money to just survive. I'm getting off of my family's insurance next year. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to pay for my own insurance. And, all these things, I'm keeping them at the back of my mind, but I'm trying to let them worry me. Like, I'm not going to run around, freak out. Like, I'll do my research, I'll look into it, I'll figure something out. And that's a big thing that I think a lot of people, I don't really think take into account, is that I read this really nice, it's not, I guess you could call it a quote, but you guys ever heard of Cormac McCarthy? He's the dude who wrote, let me just make sure I have time on here, yeah. You guys ever heard of Cormac McCarthy? He wrote No Country for Old Men, The Road. Brilliant novelist. He doesn't like punctuation, never puts quotations. He spells ain't, A-I-N-T, does not put the apostrophe between the N and the T, which I think, honestly, is a little weird, but okay, whatever. He's still a fantastic writer. He's still great. And, basically, he got into he was talking to Oprah. He was on an interview. Now, this dude does not usually like being interviewed. Almost never. It's almost impossible to find an interview with Cormac McCarthy. Oh, I say almost because you probably could. It's just very rare. He doesn't like being interviewed. But when you talk to this guy, he's the ultimate, I don't mean to say this, but, like, I don't mean it in this term of phrase, but he's the ultimate successful bum. Like, he didn't like working, tried his entire life towards not working in any conventional place, and yet he's one of the biggest novelists on the face of the earth now. And I think his story really goes to show that in the modern day, like, whenever you watch a commercial and you have, what's his name? The really loud comedian, all he does is yell. Fuck is his name? He was in The Wedding Ringer. He was in... What is this fucking guy's name? Anyways, you know who I'm talking about. He was in The Wedding Ringer. He was in Get Hard with Will Ferrell. He was in like a few years ago, he was in like every fucking comedy movie that was coming out. Not Chris something. The word Mickey keeps coming to mind, but it's not fucking Mickey. Anyways, he had that huge fake feud with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Anyways, that guy, you know the guy I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna remember who it is like 20 minutes from now, when I'm not on this subject anymore. No, but that guy, you know, I always see him with these commercials that come up, and they're always, you know, they're always basketball commercials. They're always fucking sneaker commercials. Doing what I do. It takes hard work. You gotta work hard. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. It's hard work this, hard work that. And then you really step back and you take a look at the full picture and you realize, holy shit, it does not take hard work. At least, I'm going to say 60% of the time, it doesn't take hard work. Because most people, especially the ones that really stick around and become culturally relevant, all got to where they are either on a fluke or via connections that they already had beforehand. I mean, you look these things up. Perfect example, you know, a lot of people, when they're born into money and they become famous, or other people who, you know, I was watching a documentary on Keith Haring the other day where he just went to the city and he just fucking doodled on shit in the subway. Essentially vandalism, but vandalism, it was art, you know. He was drawing on posters that were covered up. That made him famous. He eventually started doing his own work. He opened up a store. And, you know, in his case, he was one of those unfortunate cases where I think it was AIDS that took him out. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember from the documentary. But that was just him, you know, it wasn't like super hard work. You didn't have to fucking bust his ass. Like, if you're becoming an NBA player, okay, I understand the whole Michael Jordan, Jason Giambi mentality of, you know, going on commercials and fucking talking about how great Gatorade is and this is the drink of the players and, you know, fucking other bullshit commercialism like that. But especially when it comes down to the arts, I think you can really make it in the field, or even literature, I think you can make it in the field on a fluke. It's possible. You absolutely can. And I think all these people pushing for one common goal, not only on top of saturating the field, honestly, I think especially in writing, there's so many people just putting out the same fucking thing. All these people are writing Harry Potter. All these people are writing Hunger Games. All these people are writing Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children. I probably fucked up that name. But you know what I mean? Everyone's just writing the same fucking thing. I think there should be way more teaming up of writers and artists, maybe to make more comics. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to, you know what the fucking answer is to move out of this rut of just wasted talent. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have the answer to it, but, you know, what I can tell you is that the answer's there. I know it's there. I know the key to inspiration. It's close. We're close to it. I feel like it's right in front of us, but day-to-day life just keeps us from seeing it. Because I sure as shit don't have all the answers, but I do know that the answers are not as far away from us as we think they are. But it's funny, before I got this video started, I was ready to just fucking pass out and go to sleep. I was ready to just conk. And then I pulled it out because I wanted to talk about whatever the hell I was talking about in the beginning. But still trying to remember his name though. That actor. Ricky, Mickey. It's on the tip of my fucking tongue, man. I wish I could take my phone right now. See, this is the only downside. If I was recording with my phone by my computer, I'd be able to look it up, no problem. But I'm recording with my phone, and if I exit on to go onto my internet, it's not going to work. So, thank you, technology, for being as advanced as you are. You are as limited. You are as limited. Not sure if I said that correctly. But anyways, it's time for me to get back to drinking and falling asleep, and it's probably time for you to get back to sleeping or whatever it is you do. So I don't know. If you got anything from this video today, hopefully it was learn to relax, learn to chill out more. If you got a drink to let that happen, not too much, remember. But if you got a drink to let that happen, alright. If you got smoke to let that happen, if you got to eat to let that happen, so be it. Just don't let it consume you. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. Tell me in the comment section below what makes you relaxed, what makes you feel good. And I will thank you. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.